Hey, Merry Christmas everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the 2020 Tree of Hope Light Up. This year we have a unique opportunity as a community to come together to end the year on a positive note in supporting our very own Child Advocacy Centre of Kelowna. Many of you may not realize that Kelowna is home to a new and innovative facility that creates a much needed wraparound service to support young victims and their families from violence and trauma. Child abuse, like COVID-19, impacts all demographics of our community. It does not discern based on wealth, status, race, or culture, and is unfortunately a part of our society. As a family and as a business, we reflected on this past year on all the difficulties it has brought to everyone, and our team was really passionate about trying to end the year on a positive note. To that end, we believe we found a solution. As we near the close of 2020 and head into the holiday season, we would like to invite all of you, our community, to join with us and work together to create a positive and collective way to close out the year through a celebration of giving. The Tree of Hope has been lighting up Kelowna skyline for more than 23 years. From the beginning, it has been a gift from the Landmark District to our community to provide an image, a visual, as you will, of what hope looks like to everyone during the Christmas season as they drive by and see the tree and its lights. This year, the Tree of Hope, along with TD Canada Trust, have decided to partner with the Kelowna Child Advocacy Centre. In doing so, we hope to raise funds for the vital work that they do serving the most vulnerable children in our community. All funds raised in the community will be matched dollar for dollar by the Tree of Hope as we aim to reach our goal of $100,000. I believe if we come together, we can shatter this goal, which would be amazing. These funds will empower the Child Advocacy Centre to serve the most vulnerable and at-risk children and their families. We would like to thank the extraordinary generosity of the sponsors who have helped us light the Tree of Hope this year for the Child Advocacy Centre. Big Steel Box, whose commitment was just not funds, but also added spirit by adding the giant presents under the tree. All our star sponsors, Rondaheimer's Wealth Management, Train Construction, and Clough Real Estate, are generous sponsors making a huge difference in our community. We have our angels and we have the light on the tree sponsors. Midtown Station Kitchen, Train Station Pub, Bell Media, TKI Construction, Top Grade Tire Recycling, Okanagan Electrical, and the Pure Kids Foundation, Kruger Electrical, Peel Law Corporation, Norelco Cabinet Solutions, McFadden Butter and Associates, CPAs Incorporated. Each of you has made an amazing difference this year with your contribution, and so we just collectively say thank you. And our new Raising Hope sign on the roof of Landmark 3 is a special gift from Kelowna Steel Fabricators, who were the original creators of the tree over 20 years ago. My father Al and Jake Workington worked together on the original design, and now Jamie is continuing his family's generosity. So we thank you, Jamie. This is exciting. This is what happens when we can come together. We elevate generosity, we elevate kindness, and we get to impact those who need our love and support in our community. This is how we take care of our own, and this is how we make the world a better place. In closing, we believe that we are at the cusp of a great opportunity to close out 2020 well, and so I just again encourage you to please join us and contribute funds to the Kelowna Child Advocacy Centre. Please remember that we can do so much more together than we can do on our own. So please, let's come together and help celebrate the beauty of generosity this holiday Christmas season. It's my sincere pleasure to introduce to you the Executive Director of the Child Advocacy Centre, Ginny Becker. She is a good and a close friend, but she is also an extremely passionate, great leader of the CAC group. So Ginny?
I have been driving past the Tree of Hope for 23 winters, and it never gets old. Every year when the tree lights up, it really feels like it marks the beginning of the holiday season. My own children have grown up learning to navigate where they are in town based on where they see the tree shining in the dark. It's like a North Star. When we learned that this year the Tree of Hope would light up on behalf of the Child Advocacy Centre and the work that we do, it was very humbling and really exciting to know that this beacon of light, of hope, this North Star, would stand for the most vulnerable children of our community felt very hopeful. The Child Advocacy Centre is a relatively new agency. I get asked every day what it is that we do. Ultimately, the CAC is a centralized resource that responds specifically to violence, abuse, and neglect against children. The support that we gather through this celebration of giving makes it possible for us to provide this warm, safe, child-centric environment where we really get to put the needs of these children first. What we do is complicated. It's hard for most people to talk about, even to think about, but it's our everyday reality. What I love most about this work are the constant everyday reminders of how many people in our community are truly dedicated to creating a brighter path forward through moments like this one. To see the number of people, organizations, and sponsors who have already rallied around the Tree of Hope is so inspiring. We hope that over the next few weeks, when you spot the tree from wherever you might be, that you will be reminded of the power that you have to make a difference through your support and through this generous matching campaign. If you want to learn more about what we do, visit the website cackelowna.com. We are deeply grateful to the Tree of Hope and to all of you. Thank you.
The Child Advocacy Centre is incredibly important to the City of Kelowna for a number of different reasons. Firstly, I want to thank the people involved in creating it. It is going to change the lives of children in our community for the better, and ultimately will help a number of situations in our community in terms of getting kids the help that they need, when they're going through the most traumatic experience of their lives. But then as they grow up into their teens and into adulthood, hopefully the help that they get at the Child Advocacy Centre will mean that they aren't the next people who are on our streets, who are suffering from mental health and addiction issues. And really, the Child Advocacy Centre is going to help create a better city as a result of the help that those kids need when they need it. I think it's really important to point out that the money that's raised and that goes to the CAC stays here in Kelowna and helps in so many different ways. And I would really encourage anybody to learn about the Child Advocacy Centre and how it is seriously impacting children's lives for the better. Please go to cackelowna.com to not only learn about this incredible place we have in our community, but I would really encourage you to rally around it and to please consider donating and helping this tremendous asset for our community. So please go to cackelowna.com to learn and then to please donate. It's so important.
Talking about child abuse and neglect is a very difficult thing to do, but it's really important that we have these conversations in order to create a path of healing for our most vulnerable children. Unfortunately, there are many children experiencing abuse and neglect throughout the Central Okanagan and here on the Greater West Side. And as Mayor of the City of West Kelowna, on behalf of our council and our citizens, I'm very grateful for the good work that CAC is doing to help our children heal. The Tree of Hope represents giving, compassion, generosity. And I can't think of a better recipient for that compassion and giving than CAC. CAC provides hope, health, and a bright future for our most vulnerable children. To learn more about the Tree of Hope and the Child Advocacy Centre, visit cackelowna.com.